Hey,
Well, good
back.
good
Go ahead,
afternoon,
John.
everybody. You said I could start it. I got to save that voice. I mean, I can't take much of it, but we're gonna persevere today. So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday afternoon 12:30 edition of Let It Run podcast. I am here, John, the traveling handicapper, traveling to Monmouth Park today for the Pick Your Prize contest. Right next to me in the Let It Run studios in Hamilton, you got Freddie Bro York. How's it going on this beautiful Saturday, Fred?
Oh boy, John, I would love to be with you down there at Monmouth. Good luck. It's a big contest. I know there's lots of opportunity to move ahead and get the seat to the NHC and some other seats available. But yeah, it is a beautiful day. I hope you have rested and recovered from your exhausting day yesterday, which I'm sure working the
Yeah,
grill, you and the grill
I'm ready.
masters did a great job yesterday, and unbelievably hot conditions.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but we persevered through it. I'll just
Of
show
course
you a
you
quick
did.
background of here's the room, the handicapping room, set up just like the
Looks like
NHC
Vegas.
in Vegas, but a
Yeah,
very smaller scale. And then you got the paddock, the paddock right above Monmouth Park here. So our view is looking at the paddock and then back to the room. And we walk outside to the front, and we got live views on the second floor looking at the track. So it'll be a fun day here at Monmouth with 10 races. A couple scratches
looks
hurt the
great.
card, but we covered that yesterday. Going to pick up on that. And I'm going to put my ticket back up there right now for a second. I'll show you my ticket, which after scratches, it shrunk down to a very moderate
Oh man.
$44. And
Well,
that's including two all buttons. It's three singles and two alls. So it is what it is.
singles and two
We'll
alls.
see.
Gotcha. Yep.
There you
Well,
go. And
hey,
then
we always
yep.
say that's
I
why
mean, there's
we do
no
our
surprise
show.
singles, though. That's the problem.
After the scratches, lots can change. Well, there's an example of where a lot can change. Uh, we see that right in front of our eyes with how that changed. So, well,
Yep.
we'll see how that goes, John. Good luck. I know all the races today in the contest you and the other handicappers are in must be Monmouth picks.
Only Monmouth. That's all you can play today in the contest is Monmouth Park. Win,
Okay.
play, show, exactas, and doubles. That's all you can bet in the contest.
Did race number one go off yet, or what time is race one post time?
17 minutes, 12:50. The first race goes off.
Okay. Well, we should be
And you
able to
got a
get
one
through
to five
most.
shot first race. Yeah.
Oh,
So
how many horses in the race? About five or six?
eight.
Eight.
Eight horses with a
Well,
one to five shot.
well, let's go. Let's start it off, Joe. We'll start
All
off
right.
with the Churchill late pick five. You can kick it off with I'll put both of our tickets up there. Uh,
Yep.
there's my ticket. There's a
All
lot of
right.
similarities we have, John, in the race here. So why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, I know one horse later on the sequence that you loved. I left off the ticket. We'll get to that race later. But, Burnham Square's in the sequence, so it really makes it, the
Oh,
pick four. So, I mean, if you hinge around Burnham Square, then you could go a little deeper in the other races and hopefully catch a price and string a couple $10 winners in a row and, maybe get something. So, Burnham Square, if he continues to move forward, I mean, he could be a pretty special
tough to beat. Yeah.
U.S. router going a mile and a half and maybe give the Europeans a little challenge in the Breeders' Cup turf if he keeps moving forward. So he's going to be the hinge of a lot of tickets. And I didn't see your ticket yet. Did you single them as well? So there's not much around that. But let's start off here and knowing I had room to go a little deeper. I didn't really have a strong feel for this. The one and the three are going to be very well used, the two favorites. But I thought this was a little bit of a spot to maybe sneak in a couple other prices. I'm going to try to get the five or six in there as well. Um, could be between the one, two, three, but I'm going to throw the five and six in because for budget purposes, I could have. Um, Top pick in here would probably be the three, um, but just hoping a little bit of a chaos to start it out.
I very similar start to my ticket as well, John. I did not use the five, although looking at the horse, Joe Sharp has two horses in this race. He has the five and the six. I really like the six a lot. He's going to have to, the horse is going to have to step up. She's going to have to step up in class, obviously, a little bit to get, last race. just missed Hernandez aboard, and I think the horse has a good running style. I know we both used the 6, but I did not use the 5. I agree with you. I think the 1, 2, 3 horses are going to be tough to beat. The 2 probably is my top choice. If I had to pick a top choice, I would say the number 2 is Smiling Ellie. Number 1, Prime Power by Brisnet, as well as the highest last race speed rating. So I think we both are very, very likely to get out of the first leg. I would like it to be with the 6. That'd be good for both of us.
Yeah, that'd be the best one. That's what we're rooting for. Trying to beat the 1, 2, 3, but they look very formidable.
The next race, race 8, is a claiming 62,000. Kind of an unusual distance, John. 7.5 furlongs. I don't see
Honestly, it's really very rare. I mean, there ain't many races like that written. Especially when they got that 1 mile shoot right there. They got the 1 mile, so just go the extra half a furlong and make it a mile, 1-turn mile. So this is an interesting distance.
It is an interesting distance, and in this race, I went not as deep as you. I did the 1, 2, 3. I really, really like the 1. He's won 5 times at the distance. I don't know if that includes the 7 furlong. I can't imagine. There's been 12.
It groups in the 7 and the 8s. 8 furlongs and 7. It groups into that category.
All together, sure. Because 7.5 is so unusual. There'd be a lot of zeros there.
Zeros, yes.
But I did. Like I said, I went a little bit narrow here. Went deep at the end. But the 1, 2, and 3. I mean, the 1 is number 1 Prime Power. 6-1 has a good price. Also likely to close into any speed that does break out. I mean, the morning line tells your story. Obviously, the race is kind of more open. Strength of races is very even. The morning line favorite is 4-1. That's the 2 Honky Tonk Highway, who's getting blinkers on him for a different, not Louis Saez, but Gabriel Saez, who's also beginning to ride quite well. So I went 1, 2, 3. John, you went a little deeper. You went further down the end of the line there with the 4, 7, 10. What do you think about this race, John? It is wide open.
Yeah, the 9 was the 8-5 morning line favorite. When he scratched, it just really made it, crapshoot. So, I was able to go 6 deep for budget purposes, and I took advantage and went as deep as I possibly could here. You could almost hit the all button because really there's not many you could throw out. And I, tried to get by without using the 5, 6, and 8. But I'm going to use the rest of them. I agree. The 1, 2, 3 look very formidable. The ones I want to get in there is the 10 Burning Hot. I think he's going to get bet off the 12-1 morning line. He's going to be somewhere around the 4 or 5-1 range. So if you could sneak him in a pick 5 at the morning line, 12-1, hopefully, he is live and gets bet a little bit. Maybe he can light up the board a little. And the last one I threw in was the 7 horse as a crazy bomb for John Ortiz. But it kind of does look like the 1 would probably be my top pick because of the distance and drew very well second time back off the freshman from Oklahoma Park. So use as many as you can because we can go shorter later.
So trained by Linda Rice. Outside, inside was Burning Hot and Systemic Change are both trained by Linda Rice. Take that for whatever it's worth. I think I like the 1 as well too, John. My big race, a big horse in that race. I think the 1 has a good chance, a good post, good ride. I think it's going to close coming down in that half a furlong. May give that horse an edge right at the end. Race 9, field of 7 with no scratches. The Monami Girl Overnight Stakes, 175,000, a mile and 16th on the dirt. John, we both like the 1 and the. Well, we both like the 1 and the 5. I like the 1. Of course, the horse is a speed horse. Lone E per Brisnet has the highest speed figure. Also, there's the 3's got some speed. We talked about the 3 yesterday when we broke this race down a little bit. Of course, you have the crowd favorite, Percy's Bars in there. I think this race is a little bit more open, and especially because at a mile and 16th, you wouldn't think so, but Brisnet has that E, any runner with an E, low E, meaning E as an early pace setter, wins the race 78% of the time. Run at this distance on dirt. I like that. And of course, that horse is 12-1. There's no way that horse is going to be 12-1 when the post time comes. His lone pace, Rafael Bejarano, I think is a good speed jockey. He knows how to get a horse out. I think this horse is going to get the lead. And I think the experience of the 1 will take over the experience of the 3, or the inexperience of the 3, who is a good horse. First time out, a big field of 12, won by a neck or won by a head. Concepcion's back on again for a trainer. My new favorite trainer, William Walden. I want to meet that guy someday. Like that guy. I'd like to shake his hand, wish him well. Guy looks like a real class guy, young guy. Anyway, so I used those couple horses, John. 1, 3, and the 5, and you added the 6. Well, you have the 1, 5, 6. So why don't you talk about your picks, John?
Yeah, Percy's Bar, obviously the class, very disappointing in the Kentucky Oaks. Really didn't do much running at all. Others in that race had, excuses, Counting Stars and Meaning, and they came back. Counting Stars came back to win that, race this weekend in Saratoga, which was, pretty great.
Sure.
Always a runner, second best in that race. So the race is live, but Percy's Bar did no running in the Kentucky Oaks at all. Sneaky good, stretching out a little bit. Throw him in there. Got good speed ratings. Brad Cox bringing him along to this route. The price horse obviously is the 1. I think we are going to get to 12-1 on that horse. I mean, he's like a little,
Okay.
lesser. I think so. A little less, quality class wise. Has to gun it from the rail and see how far, he could go. And it's, tough to leave out your 3, but, so lightly raced and, short of experience. That's why, off a flashy, very well meant debut. I usually try to beat those horses. I mean, they're going to win once in a while and all. And, we could definitely win, especially if Percy's Bar is not the same horse she was before the Oaks. Has every right as, the 1 or 3 and the 6 are equal in my mind. I just didn't have the budget to add all of them. And that's one of my angles. Flashy maiden win with a high buyer. I'll try to let him beat me the next time. Usually they're over bet and people get excited about the 1 win, and it beats me sometimes, but I'll try to, budget purposes, get by without using 1, 5, and 6. And for our sake, let's get this 1 home at double digits.
Okay. About seeing the 1, Burnham Square, been a new horse, as you mentioned, might give Europeans a little trouble in the Breeders' Cup. I can't see this horse losing this race. I just, number 1 Prime Power plus 15. That puts us at a 56% odd, and it's a reflection of the other horses in the race. I mean, you got a couple 30-1 shots in here. I mean, what do you think he's going to go off at, John? 1-5, maybe?
This could be as close to a 1-9 as you're going to see. I mean, 1-5 minimum. It could be 1-9 because, like you said, the company. You got 50 claimers in here. You got listed stake horses. Anybody that ran in a graded race has just been up the track. This horse is ready to take the step forward for grade 1s. So he's just so fresh and so good. They had to run him in a spot and get him ready for the next race. I'm sure he's going to show up at Saratoga, for a couple of those big turf races, Saratoga, and I can't wait. Hopefully I'm there to see him, Whitney weekend. I'm sure he'll, show up for that big turf race there. But yeah, I just don't see any angles these other lesser quality horses can run with this turn of foot. I'm just watch the race as a fan and watch that turn of foot when Brian Hernandez says go. It is just electrifying. And next thing you know, he opens up from 5th place to 1st, up by 5 lengths. So just enjoy it as a race fan. Use it as a single. I mean, if you don't single, you almost got to hit the all button. And it's just 9 horses, 9 deep, if you want to lean on somebody else in the sequence. But I'm not going to try to beat this horse. This is a horse I'm rooting for.
I think the 2 might have scratched. I think that makes the 1 even more likely a winner. That was the only
2
one.
and the 7 were the only shots. The 2 and the 7.
Yeah. So
but now it's math.
People are talking about Echo Lane as a possible, horse that can possibly run with this horse. I don't think so. I mean, he loves Churchill Downs. He's won 3 times at Churchill Downs. So perhaps that maybe gives that horse a little bit of an edge. I don't really think it matters that much, quite frankly.
Yeah. Maybe
but
second.
Nevertheless, yeah.
Okay.
We get past that race, then we go deep. Well, I went kind of deep. You went a little less deep. I'm hoping to get to this race. So I went 6 deep to 3, 4, 5, 9, 11, 12. My first bet is the 4-horse. Again, Michael McCarthy, training Teutonic, ridden by a jockey who you don't hear much about, but the horse is coming out of a race where five of the horses in that race, 5 out of the 8 horses, or 4 out of the 8 horses, excuse me, won next time out, including the first, second, and third race.
I see
Horses
that.
that race first, second, third. So obviously the horse ran against quality horses. 12-1. I would like to see it be alive in the pick 5 and have that horse come in. I think the 12 might be the best horse in the race, but the post. I don't know how much credibility do you give to an outside post in a 6-furlong race like that. The horse probably has speed to get up near the front. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. It wasn't a big field before, but that was only a field of 11. I should say only. It was a field of 11, but he was on post 2. Yeah. Field of 12, only a field of 11. So anyway, so then I use a bunch of other horses I think that have a shot. I never want to leave, at least use one first-time starter. And I think, let's see, who did I use? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 11 was the first-time starter that I used, and the 10. Oh, no, just the 11. Sorry, Yo Fancy, out of Yopon, son of Yopon. That horse, daughter of Yopon, has a good chance. I think the turf buyer or the turf Tomlinson on that horse is 421. So if the horse takes the turf, I think that horse or dirt, sorry, not dirt, the distance Tomlinson. My bad.
You're like, my head is spinning listening to you, Fred. What are you talking about?
That's what people say. The distance Tomlinson for that horse at 6 furlongs out of a Yupon sire, she's got the chance to be a good runner right from the start.
Yeah, that's one I could definitely use. And the 4, like you mentioned, those 3 next out winners. And this horse, was near the pace against those 3. Now picking up Lasix, second time start. McCarthy, is okay, second time starters. So yeah, the 4 is one that you want to try to get in. And I think you have the 3 horse. That would be another first turn for Brendan Walsh. I would use. And then Yopon, I do love those Yopon horses. Paid 5 1/4, 525,000 for that horse out of a Malibu Moon mare. Definitely, you want to be as deep as you can here, especially if you hit Burnham Square. You don't want to have the obvious. You want to really reach out and have one of those double-digit horses in the last leg, make it worth your while. So you had a good, idea there of going as deep as you can here. The race, like you said, the 12 is probably the best horse, but the 12 hole. But he's got enough speed to maybe get out there and go. My price horse is the 8 horse. I think he runs speed figures right with the 12, and he's second time back off the layoff. And you're going to give me 12-1 on him and 3-1 on the big favorite on the outside. I'll throw the 8 in there, but I do like your thoughts on the 4 and the 11 to get them somehow in the mix.
Well, we have one horse that we need to definitely get home, and that is Burnham Square. That certainly will all our ticket. We both could. This would be the first time for Let Him Run. If both of us can hit this ticket together, that would be great. My ticket and your ticket both hit the pick 5. Doesn't often, because we don't talk about our picks before we put them up, John. We know that. So sometimes they're very similar. Sometimes they're quite different. They're kind of similar. Like I said, both get to the last race, and let's see what race. What we need the 12 to win. That's the only way we can both hit that pick. Well, with the 9 or the 12. The 9 or the 12 win the last race. If we get to the last race, I'll be happy to root for the 9 or happy to root for the 12 for both of us, John. But most importantly, John, we all wish you the best of luck there in the tournament. There's no question that you have the goods to be one of the players in this NHC contest. There's no question about it. We know there are a lot of good handicappers around you.
Oh, yeah, there are.
There's no question about that. You just got to push the right button at the right time and hope your horse comes through.
That's exactly what you got to do. Just press your best opinion and hope it, pays enough. So it's a shame with these scratches and the smaller fields, and everybody's betting big money on Monmouth that, an exacta you're hoping it pays $10 now pays $5. So you got to really pick your spots of where you want to, go in with, and, which favorites you want to, try to beat.
But no doubt. All right, John. Well, listen, good luck. I'll keep you posted. You keep me posted on how things are going. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend a little time with us here on Let Him Run. We do want to make sure we thank our sponsors again, Vape Shop in Hamilton, Alicia Pisa, a friend of the show from the beginning. Also, we have we also have of course our buddy Tommy Dolan from Case's Pork Roll, who did a yeoman's job yesterday behind the grill. Again, we say this all the time. If you haven't had Case's Pork Roll, you better have it right now. Summertime is here. We know summertime was here yesterday. So get some Case's Pork Roll for sure. And we'd like to thank our big sponsor. We're part of the Brisnet family. They are the handicapper's edge for sure. We hope that they give us an edge today. We hope they give John an edge today in the contest. And on that note, John, any closing words?
Nope, they're entering the turf course for the first race, so it gives me enough time to get out there and watch the race live on the grass. The only thing I did here was a mandatory show bet on the 3-horse to get one of my 5 mandatories. He's up to 3 to 5 now. Just hit the board and move on and get one of my mandatories out of the way. Yep.
Hit the board and move on. Well, John, like we always say, we know you're going to do this. Bet smart. I know you're going to cheer hard.
I'm going to cheer hard.
We know for the fast horses can equal some serious fun every now and then. We'd like to see a fast horse take him gate the wire. And in the end, no matter what happens, we just let him run. So good luck to everybody. Johnny, good luck. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Fred. See you guys.